What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to take you along with me as I create my latest commission painting from a client. We're going to go through the entire process start to finish so you can kind of see how I handle commissions as a whole. It's a pretty fun video to make. Hopefully you guys can take something from it. So let's dive in. So starting out, a lot of my commissions or commission requests that I get, the client asks for specific things included. So I generally start out with a sketch on my iPad. I forgot to film this process, but here's a sketch. Here's just a rough sketch of what the general outline is gonna look like. I'll include on the screen the email, like a screenshot from the email so you can see what they asked for. But yeah, so guitar, spaghetti and meatballs, basketball. This was a commission a woman hired me to do for her son, who just graduated high school, I believe. So yeah, we're gonna take this sketch. I'm gonna send it to Staples to have it printed as an engineering sheet. I'll show you guys in the next clip. But basically I use that to trace onto the canvas, so I don't have to redraw everything from scratch. So you'll see that next. So check out this. It's just the outline sketch. So once I paint the background on the canvas, I'm gonna use carbon paper and transfer this. Basically just like a tracing paper. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it's pretty light, so it might be a little hard to see. But just a few things that she sent me that she wanted me to include. But there are piano keys, guitar, spaghetti and meatballs. Excited to paint that. I've never painted spaghetti and meatballs before. Basketball, waves, palm trees. Probably add in a few more little touches here and there once I get a little paint laid down, but these are just a little starting outline for me. All right, we're out back now. Got the canvas here hanging on my fence. That's where I do my spray painting, so I don't huff fumes when I'm inside and get brain damage. Let's go inside and grab some colors, grab some spray paints. See what we got. Don't really have anything particular in mind, just go some fun and bright. And grab this yellow. This is man, that's a rough shape. That's like a neon orange. Fluorescent. Cool green. Fluorescent green. What else we got? Blue right there. That's got a darker blue, maybe. Couple more. That's a nice. The light blue is nice. Another green. Got my color selection already here. Let's start having some fun and laying down some background layers. What else should we do next? goes great with orange. Let's do pink. What's next? Let's propose. Ooh, let's do that. See what else we got. What else we can work with here? Maybe this orange. And we got this transparent red that might be cool. Let's go some yellow, pure yellow. Let's do it. Hit it with some black, like some contrast. Just along the edges a little bit. I like that look, it gives it a little vignette to ice it. Oop. Oop. Here we got a little fluorescence here. A little neon yellow, neon pink. Kind of staples in all my work. I feel like it adds like a nice underclothes to everything. So I design these sketches usually for commissions. I'll sketch it out first on my iPad so I can kind of show the client and make sure it's all good to go for painting. Usually, like when I do my own work, it's more so just off the top of my head. But clients usually want certain things, so it's nice to be able to sketch it out first, and then printing it out, I just send the file to Staples usually and get a big engineering print and do the same image transfer technique to the canvas. It kind of just saves me a lot of time, so I don't have to redraw it on the canvas from scratch, you know. And I don't always follow the design like to the T, but it just offers me like a very good sort of guide to go off of. I'll probably change a couple things up here and there. It's funny, she asked me to include flan, which I've never heard of before. I didn't know she made a spelling mistake, so I looked up flan, and it's this dessert thing. So that's funny. I think that's good for now. We'll kind of sketch things in a little bit for ourselves here. Beauty. Okay, sweet. So I just finished blocking in all of the major shapes, filling in all the color. Went ahead and added a bunch of shadowing all around the different elements with my airbrush to really give it like a three-dimensional pop. Give it that graffiti look, bunch of drips. Now my favorite part is doing the line work. So we're gonna do some fine lines, clean it all up, add a bunch of little details, and it's really gonna start to take form and look like a finished piece. So the majority of my line work, I use these Posca pens. Feel like they offer like a really good range. Like we have this fatter bullet tip, and then two smaller ones, like a medium one and a small one, so I can get like super fine little details. Certain areas we want to make pop more, like this basketball, so I'm gonna use the thicker marker for this one. Just give it a nice thick outline. It's pretty circular to me. Cool. We want this lightning bolt to stand out a little more. I honestly find it pretty crazy how just how much like it transforms once you start adding the lines. It just really starts to make everything pop and pulls it all together. Whereas before it kind of looked like a bit mushy, but that's why this is my favorite part. Takes it from the ugly stage into something that's starting to look slightly better and finished. Something so relaxing too about doing lines. It's just pure focus and flow. Really have a lot of control with these markers too. You can kind of stylize your lines however you want, using more or less pressure. Sharper ends or thicker areas. Pretty cool. Alright guys, I think I'm officially ready to call this piece done. Check it out, check it out. I went ahead and added a bunch of little more details here and there just to fill it all in. I think it turned out pretty sweet. Funny story, when she emailed me to do this, she asked me to include flan, which I've never heard of before, but I guess it's like this dessert thing. Then we got the spaghetti and meatballs. It's my favorite food, honestly. This piece is kind of making me a little bit hungry right now. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty sweet. Take some shots of it and send it to the client. Hopefully she loves it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this piece. If you have any other video ideas that you'd like me to make, let me know, drop those down below. And as always, if you guys like this, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thanks.